Welcome to All Access Aurora Borealis.
Well, hello there. Indeed, welcome to All Access Aurora Borealis, the 9th edition of the show here where we take you kind of behind the scenes of the Aurora Borealis soccer franchise. Now, the last time we were here, things were pretty much not what we would like for it to be in terms of results. What happened last weekend? Pretty much more of the same. AB at home, that point, home point, that win, that home win continues to be elusive. The team lost 2-1 to Oakland County in the return fixture. Remember, the first point that was earned from a draw on the road by AB came at Oakland. This time Oakland came to Mooseheart Stadium and they left with all 3 points. One good thing though is that Aurora was able to take the lead in the game. Matter of fact, they held off Oakland for 70 minutes, took the lead, and we'll tell you the rest of that as we go along. This afternoon I have with me players Will Butler sitting in the middle because he is a midfielder. And then over there we have Chase Lenhartz, and he is one of the men who is on the defensive line. And of course we're going to be putting a lot of questions to him because we know how things have gone in terms of goals scored against for AB. Now let's take a closer look at that game against Oakland County. Tough going for the team, inaugural season. Still can't get that home win. Chase, tell me,
yes.
How have things been going at the back? At the back, it's not looking good for you.
Well, we have moments where it's like we'll play a good solid, I feel like now a good 80 minutes, but there's about 10 minutes where we just lose focus. I feel like we lose marks. We've been known to give up a lot of set-piece goals this year, which has been costing us dearly. So it's just sporadic when we play well and when we don't.
And I'm happy you mentioned the set-piece goals because you kind of take me to something that I really want to discuss today, where not only have you been giving up set pieces, but Will, you've not also been scoring set-piece goals.
No, we have not, which is a huge problem, absolutely huge. But it's starting to
Develop?
Yeah.
It's getting there?
Yeah,
Getting there?
it's starting to
Right.
move in the right direction.
Right. And we're just a program advisor here. We're gonna ask that you bear with Will. He did tell us before he does have a speech impediment, and we're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it because
Sounds good. Sounds
it's
good.
not a problem. But 8 goals have been scored by the team, including one on the weekend as AB went down 2-1, and that goal was scored by none other than the man who's sitting right here. And we're going to take a look at that goal now. Scored by Will Butler in the 71st minute.
Bend it out. They're going to play it short.
So here it is,
Butler
a set
takes
piece.
A low shot.
And
That
Will,
one
just stop us
finds the
there.
back of the net.
What went
And
through your mind
Aurora
when
Borealis takes
Miranda
a 1-0
passed that ball
lead
to you?
with about 20 minutes
I
to
mean, the
And finally, Aurora
the-
has made
the
full use
shot,
of a set play.
I
And we always wondered what it would take for them to score. Well, there
To
it is. Convert one of your set piece chances.
Yeah,
And
go
you
ahead.
wouldn't think
We're
the
going to
way
have
that
a
started
look
that
back
that was gonna get
at the
through.
replay
At the
here.
replay
But
here, yeah,
just
real quick.
somehow, some way,
It took a deflection.
off of-
yes, actually, I think it hit like 3
probably
people
came
on the
off
way
on-
through, to be
Right.
honest. But I mean,
Now we're going
the-
to have to
Not a
watch.
card.
It was a cracker of a shot.
oh yeah,
Another yellow
but
card.
I mean,
it's just
as per usual, I mean, we've always mentioned it that the one thing that with you is that you play with heart. I mean, you're like
something
you're,
like that, I guess.
You're
But
like, why are you? I mean, is there any position from midfield forward that you don't play because you're just all over the shop?
no, to be honest, but that's just like me.
Right,
But,
right.
yeah,
you,
it's just-
you love to be on the ball. You love to have the ball at your feet. And you
Love
just
it.
love to run.
Love
you
it.
love to run at the opposition defense.
All the time.
Right, and we did mention that you had a beard. And for anybody who have watched the team over the season,
I know,
he had a big
so
beard.
gone.
And he cut the beard. It disappeared for Friday, and he scored. So we were figuring that the beard was cut so as to give him, take some less weight for running.
I mean, yeah. Sure.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's a short
Sure.
story.
Yeah.
That's a short
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
But
It's something like that.
But we also did mention that the team has not been doing well on set pieces, and we're going to look right here now, where immediately after that goal scored, here comes another set piece, and it was pretty much a tame one, as we're going to see it on the monitor in a while here, where
Now, another set piece.
set piece straight at the goalkeeper, and it came only seconds basically after he had just scored a set piece, which you really have not done for the season, and that must be a concern.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
And also
It is.
over 3 games we count, I don't know, probably more than 30 corners, and you've only managed to score from one of them.
Yeah.
Not a good statistic, is it?
No, it's not at all.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
then,
bad one.
Right, but then here we go now. You took the lead. Voila, you've been looking for that first point, that first win, and you took the
For
lead.
a long time.
And then 3 minutes later, you gave it right back.
Yeah.
Team holding on to a 1-0 lead.
So here comes a long throw from beyond the half line, and
Jordan.
they're a header.
Oakland is going to be coming.
Rama.
Just
Full
it
speed ahead,
down!
and there they go.
Chase.
Throwing
And it's
again.
Dragoy,
Yeah.
who
Throwing
leads
again.
Throwing,
up
almost a
at
set piece.
one
What
with a
happened to
goal
the
on
defense? I mean,
75th
how did the player get in front of the
bouncing ball
defender
into
there
the box.
to score the goal
And
like that?
Oakland
I,
County has
I think
evened
at
things
the end
up
of the
at
game we
1
were
point.
talking about how our left
Again, the
outside back and
defenders,
the
they're
center
falling
back that's
asleep
playing there,
because
they
Dragoy was
had a
allowed to run
miscommunication
free
who
off.
slid over and who picked up, therefore leaving the guy a wide open shot kind of. I mean, he hit it. It was a very good shot, but it still should never have happened, especially coming off a throw, and those mistakes just cannot happen if we want to win games.
Right, it's almost as if the defender was marking the space instead of marking
Exactly.
the man, and by the time, and I mean, a good player, because I mean, it was a top quality strike. You have to give him that, to turn and volley like that was a beautiful strike.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because he should never have had that, especially off a throw and that was on their own end. It takes a bounce and looks like it goes over someone's head, and then he rips the shot, but the shot should never have come. It should have been cleared off pretty easily, or at least contained.
All right, and that has been the story of the team so far. Not very good on defense.
Yeah, at times, yes.
Okay, and then, so there it was, fine. We're level at 1 apiece 3 minutes after AB took the lead. But then this happened.
Player doing
Outside the 18.
So here comes another set piece.
Finding a header! And Oakland County.
Again, Chase, I have to ask you as a defender, what happened there?
goals
I mean,
in
the
about 2
player
minutes.
just basically
And
ran
we're
on
taking
it
the
as if
lead.
he was, it's almost like it's training.
Yeah, our center back there, Pat, at the end of the game, he said he lost his mark. So, I mean, he just lost mark. He got caught up. I believe he said he might have gotten screened, and then lack of communication there with Luis coming out to get the ball there, and so he was wide open there for a free header.
Right. But, I mean, when you look at the percentage of goals scored against, I'm sure it is definitely a worry. And we've spoken about it before on set here. What is a discussion that goes on before each game so you can, minimize these defensive lapses?
It's just we got to stay focused for the full 90 minutes, and we also got to get stuck in. CJ is huge, and kind of just manning up and getting stuck in and pushing people around.
Grab somebody.
Yeah, like
Hold
fight
on
through
to
those
'em.
screens. Just
Fight 'em,
anything you
get
can
it
just
done.
to keep the
I
ball,
know.
exactly, just to get it done.
Right.
And those 2 lapses there is not getting it done. So we obviously have a lot of work still we got to do, especially on, because if from the beginning of the season towards this last part of the season, we're not giving up that many goals in the free flow of the game. It's all off of throw-ins, set pieces, and corners. So we need to really pick up our marking and make sure those don't happen.
Right. And the communication at the back sometimes seems to be lacking.
Yes.
Right. So, and you have also spoken about that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
A lot about that.
Yeah, communication is huge because just in my case, being a right outside back, I got to make sure whoever's playing the right mid tucks in if the ball is switched, and then just making sure the midfielder's in front, and then those midfielders got to communicate up because it's all together it's one big unit defending.
Right, right. But also for you, Chase, we noticed that you love to go forward.
Yeah, CJ is big in our outside backs, especially the last game. There was a seam. It was actually 2 games ago against FC Indiana. The outside mid didn't go with me, and the outside back always cheated in, so it left that little running space on the outside for me to get in behind. So we just try to utilize me as best we can on those runs when it's there.
Right. But do you feel, I mean, I know you're doing a lot, but how confident are you that you're able to get back to defend just in case, there's a turnover, which there has always been turnovers because one thing that a team doesn't do well at the moment is keeping the ball.
Early on, I was very concerned about not getting back, and therefore, early on in the season, I was kind of very tentative to get forward because I was afraid I'd get caught up. But now we've kind of learned to play with it, and so now I'm not really too concerned because I've gotten better. I feel as if to pick my timing on the runs, like when I know when to go and when not to go, and just hopefully if I do get caught up, hopefully someone's there paying attention and hopefully we'll communicate to cover it the best that we can.
Right. But then here is the other situation now. Here it is. The right back will go forward. The left back, however, is very hesitant, and he doesn't push up as much. Is that a concern also that when you attack, you're not attacking as a full force? You could be lopsided in attack because the left back is not coming along with the play, along with you at right back?
Yeah, I feel like that's a concern, but we also, just as a team, kind of like to keep 3 back there just to make sure we're still defensively sound if something does break down in the attack. I mean, if Will has anything to add on that, because he's an outside mid, so he knows all about the defending part.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was outside mid, holding mid,
exactly.
Right side, left side, mid.
I mean, he's all
attacker.
over.
I mean,
he's supposed to be an outside mid, but he does the work all over. So.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
But tell me, Will, with you have the speed, you have that pace. With the players coming in, like Royal and Chris Freeman, and then of course there's an Akim, and with their work up front, does it make you feel more confident in getting forward? That you provide more of a strike force.
Oh yeah, and speed. Oh my God, so much speed there, ridiculous. I mean.
Yeah.
Crazy speed.
Yeah, but does that speed create a problem in that knowing where to go off the ball so as to ensure that when one player has the ball, he picks up and he makes that run, and then know he needs support, that you know exactly where you need to be to provide that support?
Yes, I think I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah. So it's the the process of just
this is the way it works. This is where I need to be.
This is where he needs to be, and he wants to sprint this way with this ball. So
you go the other way and create that space.
So it's like, all right, if he's in this section, he wants to go in. He likes to do this. If he's in this section, he likes to stay in one spot and work this way. So it's just like, all right, if he's going to make this run, I have to be smart enough to know, all right, if he's making that inside run, I'm going to have to make that huge sprint out and help him out in some different spots. So it's
all about coordination.
Yeah, it's all about
and it takes a lot of work.
Coordination and process,
If you look at some of the major teams around the world, it does take some time for you to build that. And of course, let's not forget that AB is a brand new franchise. They just started. This is their very first season in the Premier League of America. So, all of that will take work, because here is Will saying that he has to be able to read the other players, but also the other players, they have to read you. Right. So now AB has 2-3 games to go before the season ends. They are still one from bottom in the PLA East Division. And this Saturday, you go to Grand Rapids Ole. Team you were supposed to beat, they beat you. What happens this Saturday?
We're going to go in and get a result. We're working hard. We're going to go in and we're going to get a result.
All right, and we want to wish you all the best. And that's where we're going to leave it for this afternoon. Again, wishing these players all the best come Saturday against Grand Rapids Ole. And as for our live coverage of games at Mooseheart, that has ended, but you can still join us here on Thursdays at 2 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com STC2 for All Access Aurora Borealis. On behalf of the entire team, and of course, the AB franchise, I'm Courtney Wallace saying good afternoon. Great.
All right, great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.